I've just recently graduated high school, and as a gift my uncle gave me his old PS1 and PS2 as well as a whole bunch of games. There are so many games I can make a video about. Time Splitters, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy XII, Guitar Hero, Lord of the Rings, and so on. But instead of playing something fun, I'm going to torture myself for your amusement. And by doing that, I'm going to play some more sports games. This time on the PS2. No! Before we talk about PS2 sports games, I want to go back to my Nintendo 64 sports video and fix a few things. First of all, the Madden games. I said they're terrible, but they're not terrible. I just didn't try to understand the game. They're not that bad of games. They haven't aged very well, but they're good for the time. Overall, I'd say they're okay now. The basketball games, yeah, same thing. Triple play, similar, but to my opinion of what it was before, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. I couldn't figure out the game. It's hard to figure out why it's not a great game, but still. Then the hockey games, same opinions. On the second one, NHL Breakaway 99, I have no clue what the heck was wrong with that because I've never seen anyone else talk about it on the internet, so my cartridge might be busted. I'll look into that someday, but as for Jeremy McGrath Motocross 2000, I think that was the last one. Yeah, it was. The controls weren't as bad as I made them out to be. And lastly on Madden I have no clue what I was talking about when I said I don't even know who I am. It's pretty obvious who I was, so yeah. I didn't do that great of a job. Anyway, let's talk about PS2 sports games now. Our first game is Madden 08, which, fun fact, was also the last game on the GameCube. I guess now is a good time to mention that a lot of these aren't PS2 exclusives, also being available on other consoles like the Xbox, GameCube, PC, Xbox 360, Wii, PS3, and others. Now let's get back to Madden 08, which is pretty good actually. The graphics have aged well, there are tons of plays, teams, stadiums, way more than the previous installments I've played. Overall, it feels a whole lot more lively and real than Nintendo 64 versions. I feel like I'm actually there. And before you say I'm biased for Sony, I just want to let you know that the Nintendo 64 is my favorite game console of all time, so don't give me that crap. The gameplay is fluent, easy to control, and switching between players is painless. And I haven't even talked about all the features, like custom players, custom teams, custom fans, minigames, and even on online mode, which of course no longer works, but it's still pretty cool. Overall, Madden 08 is a good game. Not great or amazing, but still playable and enjoyable. Next up is NFL Street, a unique spin-off of Madden. Instead of playing in huge stadiums, the locations are more varied. You have even more direct control of your players, along with them adding some lib, which can be funny at times.
I don't know what happened. I just lost them. Yeah. You know they can't run, so watch the pass. Go ahead, try and stop it.
Getting tackled is more common by a long shot, which makes things way more difficult. If the standard Madden games were like professional football turned into a video game, this game is like when you and your friends play football casually turned into a video game. It stands out from other football games and is a nice change of pace. I really wish more game developers would try to change the formula, even in something as simple as a sports game. And that brings me to Game 3, NFL Blitz 2003, made by Midway and not EA. I can't tell if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Holy crap! Girls. Now that's how you sell a game. It's basically off-brand Madden, with a bigger emphasis on blitz plays. A lot bigger emphasis. Are these guys training to be in the German army or what? The tackles are crazy. These guys act like madmen, seriously. I think this guy went out with everyone else's ex. Then things are taken to a whole new level with turbo flame attacks or whatever. Look, they're throwing the football so hard, it's on fire! And beating each other so hard to presumably break the sound barrier and set the air around them on fire. Yeah, this guy's dead, alright. I guess this is a perfect example why you shouldn't go out with someone else's ex, and especially not your main rivals. Other than that, it's just off-brand Madden. My only big gripe with the game are the load times. Not only are they long, but you have to go through one all the time just to go to a new menu. But I can tolerate this for 2 reasons. 1, it is the PS2, it's the early days of disc gaming. And 2, hot girls. We're done with football today, so let's switch over to baseball. And the only PS2 baseball game I own is 2K Sports Major League Baseball 2007. Long title, don't you think? Just like Triple Play 2000, I had a hard time hitting the ball, but I at least managed to figure out how to do it after a while, so it's better. Like the previous games we played today, this one has custom players in an online mode. I do think the music is nice. You even have a sound test to listen to, along with tons and tons of real songs. Not just songs made for this game, but real songs you hear on a radio or CD. That's pretty cool. I will admit though that my favorite thing in the game is just running around the outfield and raging people. Except no, it's not, because my real favorite thing are all the uncanny cutscenes. Like, tell me this doesn't look creepy, or at least weird. And to top it all off, the commentators keep insulting me!
Joe, I thought maybe I was having an optical illusion here for a moment, but it looks like he's going to bat left-handed in this situation.
Well, I can't see the logic in this move. The only time you see a guy doing this is when he's fooling around in batting practice. Hope someone told him the game has actually started.
Okay, look, I know I'm not good at this game, so I quit. Onward to something I actually know how to play, NBA Live 2005. First off, it's easier to figure out for beginners and doesn't need lots of time to learn the basics. The only reason why I wasn't able to dominate these computer players was because I was using the wrong button to shoot, but that's on me entirely. NBA Live 2005 is full of bonus content too. Jerseys, a jukebox, and you guessed it, an online mode that no longer works. I will say that this is my favorite out of all the games we've played so far. If you like basketball, or any of the other NBA Lives, this is the game for you. Now here's something I'm really looking forward to play. NASCAR 06 Total Team Control. I freaking loved NASCAR as a kid. I'm not into it much anymore, but I still have a lot of fond memories of it. When my dad was younger, he raced a lot in his free time, which is pretty cool. He doesn't do it so much anymore since he's older, but, I mean, it's pretty cool to be one of the only kids in your school whose dad owns a freaking race car. You can definitely tell I'm looking forward to this. So, let's go! For some reason, instead of starting off on a menu screen, we open up in the middle of a race, and we crash, so we need to swap cars. How do I do that? I press the right stick. It's like they said it did, and it's not doing anything. Oh, great, I lost the race. So that's how you do it. You press up and then down on the right stick. I see. Well, it's time to race. Whoa, these controls are broken. Steering is a nightmare. The slightest miscalculation can completely run you off course and screw you over. And to add fuel to the fire, if you hit too many things too many times, you can blow out your engine and lose the race. And if that's not enough, first place is required to move on. This is ridiculously frustrating. And if I'm not mistaken, you need to win this race to even get to the menu screen and do anything else in the game. I've tried over and over, and I'm lucky enough if I survive, let alone even come close to getting first place. Okay, that's it. I'm returning to the title screen. Wait. Oh, now you can get a main menu. Really? What was the point of that race in the beginning, though? But that still doesn't change the fact that the controls are terrible. They're broken. It just doesn't make the game any fun. I'm really disappointed. So disappointed that, in fact, that I can say that this game sucks. Let's play a good game now. World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. I don't know if this can be counted as a sports game, but what the heck. The control is much better, and is what you'd expect from a normal racing game. It's pretty realistic, with the ability to swap views and clean stuff off your windshield. In fact, my dad says out of all the racing games he played, this is the most realistic one. Of course, he hasn't played anything modern, because I don't buy these kinds of games, I just get them. but it's his favorite game of all time, and he loves to play this with me, which is weird, because he never wants to play video games with me. This is probably his favorite game after maybe the original Super Mario Bros. One thing that's kind of different is that you have qualification rounds, and if you're playing with 2 players, first, each of you race individually, then at the end you race together. Sprint Cars World of Outlaws is kind of dull. It's not a game you can play for hours on end, and it can get boring fast. Bias aside though, it's decent, but bland. Last up, we have Hot Shots Golf 4, and looking at this cover, this is either gonna be awesome, or one of the worst games I've ever played in my whole life, and I don't know which one's more likely. I know about Hot Shots Golf 1 on the PS1. It's basically like a Mario Golf clone, only no it isn't, because it actually came out a few years before Mario Golf. And just like Mario Golf, it's a lot of fun, so if you have a PS1 and you want something new to play, I'd recommend it. Anyway, let's get back to Hot Shots Golf 4. Oh, baby! Right off the bat, we're greeted by a cute girl. Oh man, is she gorgeous! Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, we're gonna play a tournament and choose. Mr. Nightmare Fuel, I guess. Oh man. Oh, when I thought this girl couldn't get any hotter, I was wrong. Oh, she's so freaking cute. I wish I chose a less repulsive character. Look at that face. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, this game is surprisingly great. I didn't expect to say that, but the music is awesome, the graphics are colorful and appealing, and the gameplay is simple, fun, and rewarding. It's my favorite game I've played in this video for all the reasons I've listed above. Except, no it's not. It's because of the hot chick. What's her name? Amy, what a darling. Yes, I know I need to get outside more. But please give me a break. I can't leave my house because of the current apocalypse outside. So I have to make do. And those were all the sports games on the PS2 I own currently. And they weren't nearly as bad as I thought they'd be. They were actually kind of good. And I never thought I'd say that. I learned a few things from making this video. 1. Sports games aren't nearly as bad as I thought they were. 2. The PS2 and PS2 Slim, especially, have problems reading discs. And 3. I really need to get a significant other. I'm starting to have mental problems. I need help.
What's that, babe?
Oh, nothing. I was just talking about video games or something. I honestly can't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, shall we go on our date then?
Okay, you bet. Oh, babe!